I'm a ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Rodgers now on 1st down. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, in that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown. Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone. On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams. And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And his throw is incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down. 2nd down throw for Howell. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free. Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On first down, Clay. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so a nice little run to begin. It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
26. Hey, 626. Yeah, this. Come on.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. That's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 17 yards out as they have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. And one told me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Thomas brings it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Howell. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Logan Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are once again back in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. On play action, now Rodgers. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rodgers to throw once more.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is taken at about the 14.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He gets it to Thomas.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw out the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Going quickly here to Thomas. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll go play action. Howell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Clay. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
He'll try again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Young. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9. Howell, complete. It's Dodson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Gibson here running out of the gun. 141 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking